morning. It is Monday morning. I just woke up. I got myself ready and I now just sat down to have some breakfast. I decided to take you with me for this entire week. I recently did my first vlog for just a single day to keep myself accountable when it came to all of the things I had to do for my master thesis. And because that worked pretty well, I decided to do it again for this week because this week is important. So here's the list of things that needs to get done. For my master's, number one, I am currently about 1 week behind schedule, which is not good. And this week is very, very important to catch up because I have a meeting with my advisor next week. And I want to have as much done as possible. Number one, to be able to show her a lot, but also to be able to ask questions when it comes to the next phase of the thesis. Because currently, I am trying to finish up the research phase to then go into my analysis, which is proving a little bit difficult. The research it keeps expanding and expanding and expanding, and then I always have to find the original sources. That is kind of what I'm struggling with currently, is the whole finding original sources and having them actually be accessible to me. So we'll see how that goes. That is master thesis. Then number two, work. I have one shift at work this week, but I might have a couple of things that I can do in home office. But I'm going to have to see what is needed and how much work that is actually going to be for this week. I don't know that yet, but I'm going to have to communicate with my boss regarding that. So I will start on that actually this morning, and I will get an email written to see, hey, what can I work on? What's the priority out of all of these projects? Personal life, I was in charge of cleaning the apartment this past week, and I didn't manage to do it because I was booked, busy, or exhausted this past weekend, which means that I'm going to have to do that probably today, I would say. And then I need to get 2 gifts for different people for a housewarming and kind of a baby shower gift. And then lastly, content. So content for myself / for you guys. I have one more reel going up today, and then the next one should be going up on Wednesday. However, I have nothing pre-produced right now, which means that I'm probably going to film a whole batch of videos either today or tomorrow. So I have that ready for Wednesday. I just worked on a sewing project, which means next up is going to be fabric school content again. So that probably means I have to write a script for about 8 fabric school videos, get myself ready to film those videos. That the filming itself is probably going to be an hour max, and then after that I can edit. So I hope that is all going to work out. I have no idea when I'm going to squeeze that in, today, tomorrow, maybe even Wednesday forenoon, so it just goes up later on Wednesday. We will see. But that is all the stuff I'm juggling this week. I sent my work email, answered a couple of WhatsApps, and now I'm going to finally start working on the thesis. I always find it a little hard to get back into it after a couple of days off, but that's the only way I'm going to get it done. I set myself a 1.5 hour timer, so I'm going to go ahead and work 1.5 hours straight on that, and then I will do something else. I'm currently going through about 12 pages of info and trying to find the original citations. I've done 2 and I have about 30 left. is going to take a while, but I feel very, very good finally finding the original sources and looking at the actual info and tests and proof that the things that I'm actually stating are correct, and it's not just someone saying that someone and someone else once said it. So getting somewhere. I just finished a couple of videos for fabric school. This is my amazing setup. I pushed my sewing machine to the side. I have my tripod here, my light, and my laptop for all my notes, and that is it. I just sat here for about probably only half an hour filming. The filming went pretty quickly because I already had everything scripted. I realized about 15 minutes ago that when I was transferring videos from my phone to my laptop recently, that I deleted my entire video folder of every single finished and also halfway edited video of the last 2.5 years. I hate this for every single finished project, but I hate this about 50 times more for every project that I filmed and edited halfway through. It is a day later now. I am doing a lot better. I have been able to save quite a bit of my footage, which is a good thing. So essentially, there's a lot of transferring between my phone and my laptop going on with my footage usually, because I film on my phone, I edit on my laptop, I post on my phone. So a lot of the post-ready videos are still on my phone. Not all of them, but a lot, and I'm genuinely just happy to have as much as I can. The biggest thing I was worried about and stressing about, and obviously clearly very emotional about yesterday, was especially sewing projects that I had filmed and partially edited but not yet finished and therefore not posted. I can't just unpick those and refilm those videos. A lot of work and time and effort goes into them, and so those were what kind of got to me the most. But I have been able to find most of the clips that make up those projects on my phone still. I do tend to delete a lot of those, but for those specific projects, luckily, a lot of them do still exist. So I will have to, once again, put in hours of work to edit them, but that is all doable. At least the footage is there. So I'm doing a lot better. It is Thursday afternoon, by the way. I already did about 3.5, 4 hours working on my thesis, and now I am about to get myself ready to go to work. I'm going to be at work until 8 p.m. I'm going to come home and I will do nothing else.